Hello, I'm back with another album share. These are pretty pages of just the city where I live. We have the most beautiful waterfront, so I decided I would take pictures of it and scrapbook it because I have never taken pictures of them. It's like being a tourist in my own town. So I live in the city of Sarnia, and it's right at the very southern tip of Lake Huron, one of the Great Lakes. Right across, I'm right at the border to Port Huron in Michigan. So we're at the tip of the lake, and that's right where the St. Clair River meets the lake, so it's the mouth of the river as well. So we have riverfront and lakefront on our city. And the crown jewel of the city is a park called Canatera Park, where there's a beautiful beach on the lake. And there's a border crossing there, a big bridge, a beautiful bridge, twin bridges that cross. And then in town, along the waterfront, is it's miles long, and it's so beautiful and landscaped. It's just a delight to walk it in the summer months. And they landscape it, and they do beautiful floral pots. As you can see here, they're huge. There's sculptures, there's art, there's water features, as well as the river and the ships going by all the time. There's cruise ships go by there too. Anyway, all these pages that you're going to see are waterfront, but they make beautiful pages. Wouldn't this be pretty for wedding or showers or portraits, or I don't know, all kinds of different pretty pictures. So you can use these designs, these pretty pages, for lots of different other things other than, my beautiful floral waterfront. Anyway, all these pages can be found on my website. There's a link below. They're in Everyday Life Scrapbook number 55. And so our beautiful waterfront, here we go. So this is a laser cut page. The whole leaf thing is from Creative Memories. So I just added some green paper, darker green behind to create corners on here. And then I added these lovely, dainty, floral images from corners from Design Space. I did them in soft pink on this page and added I made this with a border punch, or one of the Creative Memories punches makes these medallions on a 4-inch piece if you just cut all 4 corners. So I used that medallion for back there. And then this is a frame that coordinates with these corners. So I did the whole frame in the green on this page. And then behind here, there's just blocks of different size blocks of papers coordinating with this pretty floral print, because it has all the colors of these pretty flowers in the arrangements. So this is it's like a park all along, goes for miles, the whole city. There's apartments across the street and restaurant. So this is another part. There's gardens everywhere in this park. So here's another laser cut page from Creative Memories. So it had 3 spots for photos. So I just placed them in there. And then there's another photo here. So just a big one, I blew it up. So these are laser cut borders from Creative Memories. And so are these. I cut this border into 2 pieces, ran it along there and in between these 2 photos. Now I use this one spot that's for photos as a cluster for, just to put a cluster instead of putting a 4th photo. And then I created a grouping here with some embellishments. Simple pages, no Cricut on this page. All just cutouts and pretty papers. Now this, isn't that pretty too? Another laser cutout. I buy them like crazy, and I think I've noticed they stopped making them for a while, or there aren't very many. Anyway, I bought tons of them when they were They were a couple over the last few years. I buy them all. It makes a simple page. You put this down, and then I put pretty papers in a lot of the photos because I like paper. And these are just, you know, botanical photos. You could, you know, use what you have, but I had this paper that was like gardens, hanging plants and that, so I used it on this page. Look at all these beautiful plantings. Anyway, this is just a scallop border on a block of paper there, and this peach border I repeated in here. So these two papers are repeated. Now these are embellishments from a cluster that goes with this paper. So very pretty. Love these pages. Hope they bring them back more. Here we are, 49 in Market. Everybody's into this now. Isn't that pretty? So the page is printed on the back, and then you just add embellishments and lift them. So I added all these embellishments and lifted and placed my photo there. Same here, you just lift all the embellishments you want. This was a rub-on that I bought that went with this collection of the 49 in Market. So I just rubbed that on. Isn't that pretty? There's a whole bunch of them. Now the backs have different layouts, so you can scrapbook the back and embellish them, and you'll have them all in your, if you put them in page pockets, you have other pages. So they're very pretty, the Market 49 in Market collections. I love the colors in this. So because of all the colors of the flowers in the pictures, that's why I chose that collection. Isn't that pretty? And now this is right along the edge of the water. There's a paved sidewalk there. My husband has a scooter, so we go for walks along there. This is coordinating prints from the same pad, so everything matches. There's a border from a bracket, actually, from Kiwi Lane. I use them a lot. And then this is from Kiwi Lane too. I use the card bracket there. Just a block of paper, another block, a bracket, a stripe, another. I repeated that up here. So just doing a grouping, put a circle on here, and then this circle is the base for a cluster. This is the Painted Garden collection. I love it. So pretty. Anyway, big circle back there too. So I put arrows on here with pearls. Added some pearls all around and some bugs on lifters. I lift a lot of things, so all these florals and arrows are lifted off the page. Now, wouldn't that be pretty for... I love this for weddings or showers or baby pictures. I don't know. Another grouping of 49 in Market, but a different collection. I think this is the Rouge collection. And there on the back is another page. I haven't scrapbooked the other side. So I just added my photos there, and then you just add the kits come with embellishments galore. So you just pick what embellishments you want and add them on top. But this is all done already, and it pretty much shows you where to put your photo. You can add to it and make it bigger. I just add the embellishments that come in the kits. So they go together pretty easily. And I chose this collection because of all the colors of these flowers. They were in the pinks and reds. So I embellished with some rhinestones there and pearls. Very pretty. Now along the walkway on the waterfront, see the water's right there. There's all this art. So I took pictures of it. It was very interesting art. I liked it. That's the front part there, the face, and this is the back part. I guess that's a story about who's the artist or someone historical in town. I don't know. Didn't read it. Anyway, because of the green tones of this and the peachy tones, I chose this paper, and I just have rounded corner stripes going on here, and I found a big beautiful wreath, so I cut a circle inside it of pretty floral, and I repeated that floral here in boxes behind in the background. Then I just matted the photos simply. This is a floral that I stuck on top of that wreath, another smaller one there, and then a medium one here, so that I have my triangle going. And that's just a title for my page. I like having these little strips of words because I do not journal. Excuse me. I really like adding little tags with words on them to the pages. A good substitute for my journaling. This is all still the waterfront in town. Look at this beautiful park. There's like a gazebo there, and then there's park benches everywhere, and you can sit. Look at all these hanging baskets. It's so pretty. There's condos right on the waterfront. Okay, so this paper, this is so colorful, and this paper was just so colorful. It's a collection. I think it's from Australia. Vacay, or anyway, something like that. It's so pretty. So, very colorful, pink and yellow, so I went with pink and yellow flowers. I made a big border here. This is just an embellishment from Creative Memories, and then did a whole bunch of rounded cornered stripes on this page and just top and bottom on this one. Added this giant border and a corner with a title in the middle. There's another little word thing. There's my husband. He takes most of the photos. He's pretty good. So this is, there's condos along the waterfront there too. And this is a beautiful sculpture and water feature. It's like a fountain going on too, with all these rocks. So all these rocks, one day we went, in the next page you'll see there were mermaids there. So you'll see them on the next page that I show you. So there's condos here at the waterfront, and buildings all over, and the park like setting in front. There's the fountain. And then, so I did an apartment building here. I found this image with birds flying. Love this paper. It went beautifully with the beige of the rocks, and it's like a fabric. It's Stampin' Up. I'm pretty sure that's Stampin' Up. But this isn't. I found this paper in a pad. And then I just used my Creative Memories floral clusters and added birds around on tickets and a little frame there. Just filling up the space with a border there, going with the building and the birds. And flowers all around, because that's what it's like living there. Oh, there is this ship, the boat, that you can do river tours and dinner tours on it. And they have seniors ones too. I haven't done that yet. I'll have to. Everybody says I should. They enjoy it. Here's the mermaids. So all those rocks go right to the waterfront. And we're walking there one day, and these two girls were in mermaid costumes there, laying around. And all the little kids thought they were real mermaids. And they all wanted to pose for pictures with the mermaids. So it was a really delightful day for the kids. They were thrilled to see mermaids. So those girls were clever with their costumes. They do parties, I think, and it was promotion for that. So they were smart to do that. It was so cute. Anyway, I have this pretty paper. One was purple and one was orange. So I found this paper with purples and orange. And then I just did C, everything C. I had this turtle border that fit with the colors. I found this one in Design Space, so I embossed it heavily underneath and put this on top. I did ink the underneath part too. You can see how embossed it is. And then the border, I embossed behind this border as well. So that was fun. This was a lot of fun to do. I repeated this paper in the frame here, and I repeated this in the frame here. Then this is just a shape from the Cricut Access, the free shapes you get. So I used one up in this corner. It's like a mermaid tail, and I put one down here. And then added seashell borders to the bottom of each photo. And then these by the lake, I did embellishments that I had that all related to the sea and fish, that sort of thing. I added a boat because there's ships out in the water all the time there. So I thought this was a beautiful page, and it was so fun. What a delight that was. Those girls were clever. Now this is that park that is a jewel of Sarnia. There's a river runs through it too. So it's Canatera Park. It's gorgeous, huge park, kind of like Stanley Park in Vancouver. Not as big, but it is a huge park with a beach area too. Anyway, this paper was just so pretty, like wildlife and nature. So this would be lovely for hiking or vacation, road trip, outdoor photos from anywhere. I found the coordinate. These two go together. It's the same tone of green. And then this teal background has the same green as well. So I hand cut this, you know, it's a big print on a paper. I cut out the corner and just placed it there on a border. And then it became, I didn't want it all covered, so I used it for a cluster down here. So it still shows as a pretty paper, and I repeated the teal by matting this photo in the teal and adding a border here. So it balances it. The floral and the floral, the teal on both sides. And then I used a border punch here and here to decorate them. Now this is a chipboard frame. It will be from Simple Stories. I put another frame behind it. That's a different one. And created a cluster here with just ephemera that I had. And this is a Canada Goose. But I didn't have a goose sticker. I had a duck sticker. So I put that there. Anyway, that's the end of my album here. These are in Everyday Life Scrapbook number 55 if you're wanting to copy any. Thank you for watching, and happy scrapping.